Come on. Right, come on.
Gotta get this. That is so.
Right, this is awesome. I'm loving every single part of this. Oh, I've been many times. Never in this capacity, so be gentle, guys, or she'll beat you up. Yeah, hit me hard. How's it going, guys? Yeah. I'm a Halloween guy. I have been Khal Drogo, I've been Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That one was a pretty good one. But I've never cosplayed. I should. The problem is they're so good at it, and I just don't know if I would match up. That's what it is. Yeah, now that we have a costume crew, I'm getting on this. Yeah, I like it. All right, what do you got for me? Yep. I loved it. I had goosebumps. There's nothing more satisfying than watching a room full of people actually enjoy the show you're working on. And everyone laughed at the spots we hoped they would laugh at. Everyone seemed to emotionally react to the spots we hoped they would. It was just incredibly validating for the show that we're working on, because I love the show. I came on after the pilot, so I'm watching it as a fan as much as anyone else. The fun of it for me is everyone else seeing the show that the reason I took the job is because the pilot was so good. And my challenge and the fun is, how do we replicate that over and over again? Because it's just, the cast is great, the show works, it's fun, it's funny, and it's a mix of genres and tones that I don't think is really on TV right now. That sounds about right. Yeah. Who are you talking to? Yes, we do. Yeah. So we do have a loose season 1 arc that we figured out. We have plans for future seasons, but I firmly believe in the idea that it's the whole thing where, like, your battle plan survives until the first shot of war. Because the minute things start happening, things start changing, you find better things. It's like Vince Gilligan on Breaking Bad, which I'm in no way comparing myself to, because that guy is like up here. But like, he talks about how you don't want to paint yourself too much into a corner. You want to leave yourself room to go. And I very much take that to heart. We have places to go, but they aren't necessarily the places we have to go. But we definitely know where season 1 is headed. And we definitely know where we pivot the beginning of season 2 should the network gods be kind. So, exactly, yeah. I don't know if I could do the sign of the cross on a show called Lucifer, but I'm doing it. So... Yes. I mean, this is going to sound slightly generic, but it's true. Like, really, what we're driving all the story out of is the dynamic between Chloe and Lucifer, primarily, which is she has seen something at the end of the pilot that is pretty hard to explain. She's a detective. She's going to dig. She's going to pick at that scab. She's going to try to figure out what on earth that is. Meanwhile, Lucifer has seen something from her that he's never experienced. Formidability. Someone who doesn't, like, Lucifer is used to being worshipped. He was worshipped in hell. He's worshipped in L.A. Here's a woman who doesn't worship him. Yeah, his powers don't work on him. I mean, to me, it's the ultimate metaphor. Like, Lucifer's the ultimate teenager, right? He rebelled against Dad. He got in trouble. He rebelled again. He's getting in trouble again, but he's having the time of his life. He's got fast cars. He's having a great time. There's also the ultimate teenager finally finds someone who will push back. That's exciting. That's new. I need to dig into more of that. So our story really will dig from that. And we'll have mysteries of the week and various things happening, but really it's the push and pull between the two of them. It's Maze and Amenadiel as sort of the two people, both with the same goal in very different ways of trying to get him back to hell, back to his devilish ways. And Dr. Linda being our awesome sounding board for him dealing with this strange thing called caring. Oh, what's that? Hit me, come on. Let's see. Flight came up right away, so I'm just gonna go with that. But I'd also need invulnerability, so I didn't die while flying and having like a bug hit me in the eye. So I'm gonna go like for a little double dip, just because for my own safety. Yeah. Right, so yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So there's an opportunity for people to just kind of jump in and because so many shows they take either one track or the other.
So that's a great question, because what we're doing is, I love Justified. I don't know if you guys watched that at all. Season 2 of Justified is one of the best seasons of television I've seen. And what they did so well, and what Graham Yost talks about, is what they did is they had a couple episodes that had standalone elements with the mythology being trickled in. And in the back half, the mythology much more drives the story. And that's the kind of thing we're pushing. The first couple episodes will have something that new audiences go, oh, okay, I understand what's going on. But at the same time, we are going to really be pushing the serialization forward. So even though there will be a mystery of the week, a case of sorts of the week, it won't feel like I could have skipped episode 3. You don't want to skip episode 3, and we're trying to design it so that if you do, you'll be mad at yourself. Yeah. The happy medium is so hard to strike, and it's something that we played with so much on White Collar, where it was like, how do you keep the emotional journey moving? And that's a big template that we're following. We're doing more mythology than on White Collar, because White Collar would have very standalone episodes. We're not going to do that, but we're going to have episodes that do stand on their own, because you want people to get a chance to find it. Exactly. Yeah, that's the hope. Are we going to see hell or heaven? Is that the question? As of right now, we are operating with the idea that our cameras are on Earth. We don't, if they go to hell, if any characters go to hell or heaven, we don't follow them. They come back, but our show exists on the earthly plane. We won't be following them. We won't see that, yeah. We'll see someone go back and be like, oh boy, that heaven battle sure was awesome. What do you think? Should it be? That's a good question. I think any pair of people that have that level of chemistry, we're going to play with it. What I think is much more interesting is less about love and more about actually caring about someone. Like, to me, what's so interesting is he sees her as a person worthy of his affection. And I almost want to get to care before I get to love, because it's such a deeper relationship, and I like the fact that that's what intrigues him more than anything. It's like, I think he wants to turn it into lust. To him, it's like, you know, if I sleep with her, then that takes care of it, and then it's away. And it's like, no, it's much more complicated than that. Why? Why is it much more complicated than that? And that's, I think, again, a question that a lot of guys often deal with, just not in this elevated sort of way. So I think that should be one of the questions of the series. Thank you, guys. I guess, yeah. Thanks. Good to see you. Yeah, you too.